Hello, friends. Good evening. Would like to prepare some pasta today. This Friday evening, we decided to prepare some vegetable mixed pasta. My pasta is already boiled. You can see, have a look. It's like good boiled pasta, not too much, but it's good. And we have some leftover water so I can mix if it get dried. And then I have my maize. Okay, the corn is also half boiled. Like it's easy to use. Then we have jalapeno, we have chopped tomatoes, we have ginger garlic paste. Then we have, friends, the red onions. I've chopped them in medium size. I have long bell pepper, and we have this diced mushrooms. And the next ingredient is, friends, my white cream. This is the extra white double cream. So I prefer this. It gives a good taste to the pasta. Then I have some tomato puree, friends. Okay, and a little bit of salt. So this is all what I'm going to use. And then we have some, like this curry powder, the curry powder, this one, and little bit of turmeric powder in it. Okay, I've just placed it in a different bottle. I don't like to waste the glass bottles. I just reuse them. And some chili powder, friends, because I prefer it to be a bit more spicier. So, friends, here's my oil, which has got heated quite. And I'm going to put my vegetables into it one by one. Okay. And when my pasta is half done, I'll show you the color, and the final done pasta will be on the plate after some time. So, friends, let's meet in few seconds. So, friends, here is my champions, the mushrooms. Like, I've put the first mushrooms into it, and then I've added my bell pepper and then my red onion into it. So it's getting fried. My mushroom is already fried. I don't want to cook it more. Then I have, friends, my bell pepper into it. That also I want to stir fry like 5 minutes. And then the onions, I prefer a little bit raw. And all these things, when it gets little bit softened, little bit, then I'll be adding all other ingredients. Now, friends, I think so it's time to add my ginger garlic paste. So there's a lot of space in between. I'll be adding my ginger garlic paste into it. I have taken a good portion of ginger garlic. It's like 2 spoons of ginger garlic paste. Okay, it's all here. Like okay, so it's all here. Now we'll be putting one by one other ingredients. First, we prefer this to get stir fried a bit, and I have raised the flame. I've given it like a high mode, so I want them to have good fry. And then one by one I'll be adding all the spices and all the corn, the tomatoes, and all these. I'll be adding one by one, and all the spices, and this cream I'll be adding at the end. Okay, I'll show you with the finishing touches of the pasta. My things are a bit raw. I just want this to have some flavor into it, so I prefer this type. So I'm just mixing them all, and I'll prefer covering it with a lid for just few seconds. I want the heat to be maintained into the vegetables, and then again I'll give them a fry with the masalas. So I want the ginger garlic a bit to mix in the vegetable, and then I prefer covering it with a lid just for 5 minutes, and I want it to get heated in that steam. Okay, so I'll show you when I mix. So, friends, it's all here now. You can have a look. My pasta, my vegetables are a little bit softer, but okay. That ginger garlic paste has already mixed. These are my spices. I put a bit of oil in between. And this is my turmeric powder. This coriander. I prefer adding this one, the little bit of garam masala, you can say. And this is the red chili powder, friends, here. And this is a big amount. I have put curry masala. So mixing all of them into a bit of this thing. And I prefer using this pasta water into it. The starch of the pasta. Okay. I don't want that masalas to burn into that oil. Okay, I just want them to mix with my vegetables. You can see how it's getting mixed all over. Okay, so it's all here. And the color is changing. Just frying the vegetables, friends. So one by one, I'll be putting everything into it. Like it's time to add my tomatoes, this one, and the salt. It's little bit of salt. Everything I'm putting all together because I just want to mix them. Okay, salt here. Now I'll be adding in some time, in a few seconds, we'll be adding your this thing, the tomato puree. It's time to add the tomato puree and the corns also. I'll be adding everything into it. Okay, I've drained the corns. I've washed and drained them. So I prefer adding a good amount of corn. Okay, salt here. So we'll be adding the tomato puree. Okay, so let's fry them first. Tomato puree gives a bit of salsa into the pasta. It's all a good colorful pasta, friends, today for dinner. So you need to add a bit of water. You can add water. I want to add a little bit of water of this starch. It will give my pasta a bit of good texture of vegetables mix into it. My flame is still at 11. I want it to be in a good heat. I want my masalas to get fried actually. So I don't want to lower the flame at all. So it's all here, friends. It's a good rich pasta getting ready. Friends, I'm just waiting to get the masalas fried beautifully into the pasta. Okay, friends. So I prefer adding my tomato puree into it in a few seconds. It's giving a wonderful, beautiful smell of the masala mix. Okay, friends. So the tomato puree, I'll be adding the whole of this into it. It's here, friends. My tomato puree. Okay. You just wash with the water and put the whole of it into it, because this is going to give your pasta another texture. I really don't like to eat a light, like a very dry pasta. I've seen people, they they fry the vegetable and later mix into it and prepare a masala. Okay, that's also good. You prepare a masala in another pan and then you fry the vegetables and then you add later. It gives a different taste. But sometimes I want to mix my vegetable with my tomato salsa, and I prefer to use it like this. So I'll be adding the cream at the end. Okay, it's all done. It's all done. So the tomato puree is getting simmered into the vegetables. If we want, we can just cover it with a lid for a few seconds. Otherwise, not required much. You can just give it a fry. And it's time to add the pasta, friends, as my pasta is already drained. So I'll be adding a bit by bit of my pasta with the same spatula. Okay. So it's like this. We'll be adding the pasta. I don't need any more of the masalas. You can just pour it slowly into it. Okay, friends, it's like this. Pasta is in a good amount, so you can use as much as you want depending on your vegetables. If there is a lot of vegetable, you can add good amount of pasta. Otherwise, you can add a bit less also. If you don't have much of vegetable or much of salsa prepared, so you can add a limited amount of pasta into it. So friends, I prefer this enough. Add a bit more, just this big chunk of it, and then I'll be mixing it. I think so I'll be adding a bit of water into it. Little bit of water, okay, because the pasta is quite dry. So I prefer pouring a bit of water into it because the pasta will get mixed with the vegetables. So little bit of water, and I'm just stir frying the pasta. Look at it. How beautiful the vegetables are mixed into that masalas. I don't want it to fall down. So it's here. And look, pasta is getting fried. I'll just mix it in a wonderful way. I want my vegetables to mix with the pasta. Because when we add the cream, the full cream, the taste will really change to the ultimate level. You just need to mix it well. That's it. The vegetable has to be mixed well into the pasta, otherwise this is just the waste of time if you don't mix the vegetable well into that. It's giving a good color. There's green, there's orange, there's yellow into it. Look, the water which I've added into it, it has given it at least that feeling of gravy into it. Because if you don't add water, it will be very dry. Because these pasta, noodles, all these things are very dry. You need to add some amount of water into it. Because without that water, they will not get mixed. I've seen a lot of people preparing wok. I've seen them adding warm water into their dishes. So it's all here, friends. My pasta is all done. And I'll be adding the white cream and I'll be frying it just for 2 to 3 minutes. And my plate is all done. I'll show you just in a few seconds. So yeah, friends, I've just poured a lot of white cream into the pasta, and I'll be giving it a stir fry. Okay, so you can have a look how does it goes. You just need some 2 minutes to get mixed into it. Pasta is quite hot. The cream will be melting easily into it. It will just take 2 minutes more to get really mixed into that fried vegetables and those masalas. Okay, I'm just trying to upturn it. I prefer a small spoon, I think so. This will mix it quite well. So, yeah, the spoon was not mixing it quite well. That's all I have done. Now I just look, it's a little bit red, like it's quite fried. Okay, so it's all here in front of you. My creamy pasta for my dinner in the weekend. Okay, you don't want to eat that everyday meal which you have at the dinner at the night. So you can just give yourself a bit change at the weekend, okay, so that you can come back to your normal food routine. So that's all done, friends. It's all done, really done. So friends, I'm just placing it in a plate. I'll be showing you. Okay, thank you so much. Have a nice dinner tonight, okay, and enjoy your weekend. Bye.